Okay, so first things first, I'm going to apologize up front. The capture devices I use normally for my newer consoles just doesn't work with my older stuff. So I'm kind of forced to use the camera pointing at the TV method. And you know what? This is probably the best thing it's going to come out of for right now. Just on the side note, if you do have any advice or any particular equipment for me to use that will work properly with these older systems I have, leave a comment down below. But let's take a look at probably my favorite game for the Jaguar, which is Tempest 2000. Now, first things first, this type of boot up is for the Jaguar CD. Now, for all these games I'm going to be playing, I'm using the Pro Controller. One thing I will say is that my copy of Tempest 2000 is already set up for the controller type. So I can actually go in, and you know what? Screw it. I'll put it in the rotary. Because the rotary actually does make this game a lot more fun. And there it goes. So let's see how bad I'll do on here. So obviously using the rotary controller for Tempest 2000 does work a whole lot better. Anyway, let's take a look at another game. Let's take a look at Alien vs. Predator for the Jaguar. Now, what's actually kind of cool about this version, which is actually what started this whole Alien vs. Predator thing, or at least one of the first commercial products that utilizes both properties, is that you can use or play as the Alien, Predator, or the Colonial Marine. Now, obviously this game is better than Alien vs. Colonial Marines that came out not too long ago. But you know what, just in honor of that game, let's play as the Colonial Marine. And this is actually my favorite mode or version in this game because you can actually use guns. Because, you know, shooting guns is always fun. This is more of a survival horror or survival type of game than anything else. Now, I am using the Pro Controller, so this game does control better using it, because of the better D-pad and the fact that I can use the actual face buttons to strafe. But let's check out some other games for this console. But let me kill this alien first. Come get me. Nay, 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 nay. So let's check out Doom for the Jaguar. Now, of course, I have all the areas unlocked. Let's do 20. Now, of course, there's no music in this mode, or in this version. I think there are some technical reasons why, but I mean, hell, compared to the other console versions at the time, this game actually does run and it looks like I'm about to die here. Anyway, let's take a look at some Jaguar CD games now. So let's take a look at one of the two pack-in games for the Jaguar CD, and that is Blue Lightning. Now, like I said, I don't have the memory track for the Jaguar CD, which is I'm still waiting for it in the mail. But like I said, it's essential because the Jaguar CD does not have any internal memory to save stuff on. So it's not like the Sega CD where it has some built-in memory, and also the Sega Saturn. But let's just play. Come on. One thing, even though this takes so long just to get into the game, at least you can skip the transitions. So I'm just trying to get into the game.
Hornet.
Alright. Let's start playing some Blue Lightning.
Get ready to rock.
Now, the way this game works is that it kind of plays like Afterburner. So the bar on the left is your life bar, and the yellow bar on the right is basically your time left until the game is over, until you move on to the next level. being hit from behind. And I got killed. Let's take a look at another game. So this next game we're going to check out is Battlemorph, which is essentially the sequel to Cybermorph that was packed in with the original Jaguar. Okay, let's just skip all that.
Welcome to the Battle Cruiser Southern. Start a new game. Enter a name.
Of course, it's not going to matter because it's not going to save anything.
Select a save game. Zephyr plus Kilo. Well, be careful out there. Load weapons onto your war grip or cruise bombs. Decoy. War Griffon ready for launch. Stand by.
It's kind of funny looking back on these older CD-based games is that they were trying to figure out how to use all the extra memory, so most of the games had a lot of FMV videos in them. I thought that was just kind of interesting.
Enhanced scanning.
Of course, this game isn't really hard to figure out what to do. Just follow the arrow on the radar. Okay, there's my exit. Anyway, let's take a look at another game. So the last game we're going to take a look at is Hoverstrike Unconquered Lands, which is a sequel to the original Hoverstrike. So the sequel is on the Jaguar CD. The original version is on the cartridge. skip all that.
Prepare to launch.
Actually, you know what? I'm kind of curious about something. Oh wow, okay. Now, in terms of graphics between the Jaguar CD and the cartridge versions of the Jaguar, there's not that big of a difference. Probably the biggest difference between the two versions of the games is going to be, obviously, the CD is going to have more memory, so you're going to have more textures. So a lot of the cartridge-based games for the Jaguar, in terms of like 3D games, you know, they're mostly a lot of flat textures, but the Jaguar CDs, because there's more memory, there's going to be a lot more memory, so you're obviously going to have more textures because they just have the room to do it. I'm just trying to rush through this. Let me see if I can beat this level real quick. And I beat the level.
Mission accomplished.
So yeah, that's just a look at the Atari Jaguar and the Jaguar CD. And like always, have a good one. And on a side note, leave your comments down below if you have any questions or comments. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And like this video. So that's it. Like always, have a good one.